Welcome to the Marlene Saunders Show, where we have real talk, real conversations, and you're welcome to it. If it's your first time here, subscribe to this channel, hit that like. I'd really appreciate it. Become a part of the chat family. We do live streams from Mondays to Thursdays and sometimes on Fridays. So you're welcome to it, everybody. So, today on the podcast, we're going to be talking about, signs, warning signs, that is very important for us to pay attention to because I'm one of the belief that when things happen to us, there were many signs. There's always a sign if you are paying attention. People will always do things to us. And a lot of times we want to believe certain things about people in our life, especially when it comes to our romantic interests. We want to believe that it's this fairy tale when you could be you could be in a relationship with the most evil, um, narcissistic personality, or all of these red flags are going off, and we have to open our eyes to be able to see it. And yes, it does. It takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of courage to, when we see something is not right, whether it's in a romantic relationship or it's with your relative or it's with a friend or if it's on the job, when we see things that we're not in agreement with or it's just mad disrespectful, don't ignore the warning signs. Hey Tamika, how are you doing? Good morning. Happy Monday. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. And that's one of the things that I definitely had to learn is when someone shows you who they are to believe them and to believe them the first time. Most of the time, we give people the benefit of the doubt and we see all of the red flags. The red flags have been going on for some time, but we have to be the one to have enough courage to believe in that, you know, when we see all of these red flags, because I know I'm not going to even play any games. I know when things weren't right in my romantic relationship. I knew there were certain things, but we want to close our eyes to things because we don't want to admit it to ourselves that our relationship is not good or they're not a good person or we never should have chosen them. But if we have enough courage, we're going to protect ourselves from foolishness. And I want to bring that awareness to all of you, chat family. Open up your eyes so that you protect yourself from being taken advantage of. Hey, Joe, how are you doing? Good morning. How are you doing? Welcome to the podcast discussion. I hope all is well with you. Welcome in. So, today we're talking about, the mask will fall off. Don't be played. We will make so much excuses for people, right? I know I've done it. I've done it many times. You make excuses and say, that's my family. That's my spouse. That's my romantic interest. That's my children. That's my best friend. But they could be as toxic as they want to be. Come on, everybody. Let's be honest. We know when people in our life are toxic. We know the ones that are playing games with us. We know that. But why do we allow it? Why do we allow um, the people in our life to take advantage of us? And it ultimately comes down to what we think about ourselves. We could say it, I've said it many times. You could say it all day long that you love yourself, but if you're not loving yourself by the decisions that you're making, you also have to make the decision to protect yourself. And there's a lot of signs that will come up that will show that they don't care about you. Miss Lynn Cooking, good morning. Oh, it's nighttime for you. Well, good evening to you, Miss Lynn Cooking. Thank you so much for being here. Hit the like, everybody. Hey, writers. Good morning. How are you doing? And that's the one thing that I definitely had to work on. You know, we always talk about the things that other people do in our life, right? The way they treat us, but it always comes back to how do we treat ourselves? Are we treating ourselves in a good manner? And do we believe that we deserve the respect? And that's what it always comes back to. Many times we don't feel we deserve to be respected. We have not gotten to know ourselves yet. We haven't put ourselves, on the table. We haven't learned how to fill up our cup. We haven't learned to set boundaries. And when we don't do that, when we don't put any time into getting to know ourselves, being our own friend, respecting our time, respecting our energy, respecting our gifts, that's not good for us. This is when people will take advantage of you. You know that people will always prey on the ones that lack understanding, that lack um, the wherewithal and the courage to speak up for themselves. People know who to use as a puppet. And until you set those boundaries, until you know that you deserve better, you will settle for anything. You will. You'll settle for anything until you know that you are something. You are someone. You are somebody. We have to value our own self first. So Joe is speaking to everybody. Joe says, I agree. We have to love ourselves to demand respect. And, that's something that's lacking in today's society. In today's society, it's all about, you have to always say yes to every relationship you have, whether it's an associate, to a friend, to a work associate, to your relative, your children, romantic interests, you know, whoever it is in our life. If they are exhibiting toxic behaviors to us, we have to pay attention to those things. We do. We have to pay attention, and we have to also, like Joe says, we have to demand respect. And that's something that may be difficult for many of us. Learning to demand respect, learning to, have those standards that I don't have to continue to put up with your foolishness. I don't have to continue to let you play games with me. Because we don't. We don't have to put up with someone playing games with us. We don't. We have to stop disrespecting ourselves. If we don't respect ourselves, nobody else will. You know, if we don't respect ourselves, nobody will. And that's something that I have to remind myself on a day to day basis when I'm faced with different choices and challenges. I'm speaking to myself too. I'm not always good at it. Joe, if we're being completely honest, nobody is good at it all the time because nobody is perfect. So we're never going to be perfect at it or do the things that we need to on a regular basis, but we definitely have to continue to work on setting our standards and letting other people know what we expect from them. And if they can't meet those standards, They have to go. Yeah, I give the benefit of the doubt. Like you said, yeah, you give people the benefit of the doubt, but I had to learn when to cut that off too. We can, oh yeah, they're sorry. Okay, you can be sorry one time, but you can't be sorry two times, three times, four times. Like my topic, the title mentions that the mask will fall off. We can see it. I know I have. I see, things that I don't like. But like I said, we tend to allow our relatives, our friends, and other people in our life to be able to play games with us. We see what they're doing. We don't like what they're doing. So why do we continue to accept it? Because we don't feel we deserve better. We feel that that's the way that it has to be. But ultimately, whose choice is that? Whose choice is it for us setting a standard? Ours. We have to make that choice. We have to make the choice to love ourselves. We really do. Hi, PNG Media News. Welcome in. Happy Monday to you. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. I hope all is well with you. If you could hit the like, I'd really appreciate it. And that's one of the things that I had to learn. You have to learn how to treat yourself. You have to learn to respect yourself. You have to put boundaries out there, and you have to learn how to be your own friend. Okay, Joe, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it. That's one of the things that I had to definitely learn is learning me. And you have to learn yourself. You have to know what you're about. You have to know what you deserve. And life will teach you that when we go through things in our life, when people take advantage of us. The whole thing about it is, do we learn the lesson? Have you learned the lesson? See, and that's one thing that nobody ever teaches you. Until you learn the lesson, until you learn how to respect yourself, other people will continue to disrespect you. Until you learn that lesson, people will continue to take advantage of you. They will. People will continue to take advantage of you as long as you let them. And that's why I say don't be played. When it's revealed to you, when you see the signs, when you see, all of it, it's all right in front of you. No matter what a person could be saying with their mouth. Oh no, I'm not doing that. And that's the reason why getting our can't think of the word, getting our cognitive powers trained, like our intuition, um also learning how to discern. Discernment is key. When we discern that something is not right with a person, we have to pay attention to that, and also we have to pay attention to how we feel. When you don't feel something is right, don't ignore it. I know I did that for a very long time. I used to blame myself because I felt some type of way. Maybe I'm having a bad day. Maybe it's this, maybe that. No, it's not inside of you. When someone has issues, when someone is doing something wrong to you, it's not your fault. We have to stop blaming ourselves because other people don't act right, because other people are immature, manipulative, users, dark, evil. Don't blame yourself because of how they treat you. That's not your fault. It's not your fault that other people are immature. It's not your fault that other people, don't know how to communicate or don't do the right things to you. It's one of those things that when you see how somebody is, don't blame yourself. And that's a very important thing to learn in life, to stop apologizing, stop saying you're sorry for things that you have no control over. You didn't do anything. So don't blame yourself because you have enough you have enough wherewithal, you have enough um you have enough the foresight that you were able to see through it. You're able to see through their smoking mirrors. You're able to see through their lies. Don't be don't be feel bad or feel guilty because you highlighted it. Yes, Rachel. That's a lot of people that they don't like when you once you put them out there, once you show them who they are. It's like you're highlighting, okay, I can't get away with it with them. So after that, they hate you. There are people that will hate you because they can't use you, because you didn't fall for the old okey doke, because you know your worth and you're not going to let them use you as a doormat. Don't be a doormat to other people. When you see how somebody is, that's not your fault. Don't let anybody blame you. Don't doubt yourself. Don't feel that you did something wrong, because the people who have these mental illness, they will blame you. These dark energies, these evil behaviors, they will blame you. They will make up this whole false narrative that it's your fault because you found out who they are. They're just angry because, yeah, because you know who they are. You know what they're doing. When you see it, when you see what they're doing, when that mask falls off, run. Don't walk. Run the other way. Don't think that you have to stick around with them, because that's one thing I did for a very long time. You think you have to stick around because that's my family, quote unquote. That's my family, your relatives. That's my friend. That's my romantic interest. That's this person. I put in so much time and effort. I can't walk away. Huh. What is better? Stick around with somebody that is using you, or find yourself some people who will respect you, support you. And you have to have enough courage to respect yourself. You really do. Hey, Miss Rashid, good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. How are you doing? Welcome to the podcast. If you could hit the like, I'd really appreciate it. I hope all is well with you. Yes, Miss Rashid, you have to run. You have to run away really fast from the people who have these dark energies, these negative behaviors, these evil things that they do to people. People will do some of the most sinister things and then get mad at you because you you highlighted it, because you called them out, because you won't let them take advantage of you, because you recognize who they are. When you recognize who somebody is, they get mad. And that's okay. Let them get mad. Don't feel guilty. Don't feel bad. Don't back away. Don't doubt yourself. It's not you, it's them. We have to stop doing that, going inside of ourselves every time something happens. It's not your fault that you're a wonderful person. It's not your fault that you're consistent, or you're a beautiful person, or you're a handsome individual. It's not your fault. Know your worth. Don't regress. Don't feel inferior at their cost. Okay? Don't let other people take you down. Don't let other people take you to a negative space, a dark space, because of who they are. When we find out who somebody is, leave them there. You can't elevate with people. And I tried that for a long time. I thought that, you know, I could change people by my kindness, by my niceness, that I'll give them more love. I'll give them more understanding, more patience, because I don't know about you all, but that's the way I was raised. You kill people with kindness, right? Hmm. There's some people that No matter how kind you are, it's not going to stop them from their dark energies. They have dark energies, dark energies, dark power. They're negative, they're manipulative, they're jealous, they're lazy. There's so many things. So don't allow yourself to get wrapped up in their foolishness. You will get yourself put in a situation that you don't need to be. Fooling around, supporting people with these dark energies, you will get yourself in a world of trouble. You will get yourself off of your focus. You will literally lose your mind listening to some of these people who are evil. You will literally lose your mind. They will drive you literally crazy if you let them. If you let them. See, but we know better, chat family, don't we? We know better. We know our worth. We know what we deserve. And because of that, we can't allow people to take advantage of us. Don't allow people to play you, to play games with you, to hold you back from what you're meant to do. Don't let other people hold you back from your purpose. And I know that this message is for somebody. Every single one of us has a purpose, has a reason, has a plan, has talents, has reasons for existing. But many times we don't know our why. We don't know why we're here, what we're supposed to do. But if we get focused and we get away from these negative people, we get away from these users, these people who have been enabled. And I've said this many, many times. People will you will enable people to disable them. We enable people, we do things that we shouldn't. We do that with, you do that with your children, your relatives, your friends. You enable them, you take over. It's that controlling part of us. We think that we can do things better and we think we're helping people, but you're enabling them to disable them because every time you continue to do things for them, you stop them from doing things for themselves. And we have to stop doing that. Allow people to make their own decisions, allow people to be who they are, whoever they are, whoever this person is or these people in our life. When we see who they are, leave them alone, and I can say one thing for sure. I know something for sure, that I know, that I know, that I know that when you're in a relationship with somebody romantically and we see things that we don't like, it's not going to change. Actually, it's going to get worse. Because if you can't handle something, especially in the beginning stages of the relationship, and you see things that you don't like, don't think that you're going to change them. The only thing that will change is your peace of mind, your happiness, your joy, your focus, even sometimes your physical health, your finances, your spiritual strength. Those are the things that will change. You don't change for the good, you'll change for the bad. So don't look to people to change or to people who will tell you they'll change. The only thing that will change in your life is you feeling miserable. You'll be in such a dark space and it will affect your mental health. You will be the one that will get all messed up. You will be the one to be messed up and not them. So when the mask falls off and you actually see who somebody is, you actually know who they are, you actually know what they're doing. Don't be played, okay? Don't be played, everybody. Don't be played into thinking that it's you, that you've done something wrong. No, that's them. And a lot of people in our life aren't meant to be in our life. I have to say that. We have to stop allowing people to stay in our life that don't deserve to be there. There are some people that you need to leave them alone. Don't walk away, run from them, go the other direction, and stop telling them your business, especially relatives. They're not privy to that information. They don't have the right to know because they don't care about you anyways. You know, most times relatives can bring us so much pain and hurt. They take advantage of us and use us, okay? And they know what they're doing. You know, they love bomb you. They guilt you into doing things for them. But when that mask falls off and you are able to see what they're doing, we're the ones that have to stop it. You have to be the one to elevate yourself. You are the one that has to have enough courage to say, I don't deserve that. I don't deserve to be lied to. I don't deserve to have someone playing games with my head or my heart. I don't deserve to be, not listened to, not supported. If you aren't getting the things that you deserve, don't think that it will change. The only thing that will change is your mental health. You'll get all messed up in your mind, and they don't care. As long as they're getting what they want, they will continue to do it as long as you allow. People will continue to play mind games with you, continue to take your money, continue to take advantage of you, continue to keep you stuck. See, but the whole thing about it is most of the time, chat family, we don't think we're stuck. We think this is all we can get. We think this is all we can do, all we deserve, all we're worth. But we are the ones that have to say, I'm worth more than this. And you are. So when that mask falls off, don't be played. Open your eyes and see it for what it is. What it is they're a dark energy. They're manipulative. They're they're not who they say they are. They're not a person who deserves to be in your life. They're evil and wicked. Okay? So when you see something and you know that you're being taken advantage of, don't stick around. Respect yourself enough. Respect has to start with you. You have to respect yourself for other people to respect you. We train people how to treat us. So, how are you training them? See, are you taking care of yourself? Are you taking care of your mindset? Are you taking care of your physical body? Are you taking care of your finances? Have you tapped in to your spiritual side? How do you feel spiritually? Do you feel connected? Do you feel like you have what you need? See, that's the importance of your self-awareness. And because following behind people, pleasing people, doing all of those things, it will get you sidetracked from your purpose, from your energy and your light. Your light can become so dim that you just stop. You come to a stop because you have no power, you have no energy, you have no light, you have no peace of mind. Your mental health is messed up. You'll have your financial situation will be in shambles. And then all they will do is walk away to the next victim. See, people will use you until they find you have nothing left. And then they're just, okay, now look, who's next? They don't care. They don't care that they'll ruin your life. They don't care how they're making you feel. You're the one that has to care about how you feel. That's up to you. So thank you so much for tuning in to today's show and podcast. When that mask falls off, chat family, don't be played. Know your worth. Know what you deserve. Know that you are somebody. Don't be played. Don't let people play games with your head, your heart, your time, especially in relationships. Don't stay in relationships that you know is going nowhere. Don't settle when you deserve the best. I'm Marlene of The Marlene Saunders Show. Thanks for tuning into today's podcast. If you have not hit the like, please do so right now. And shout out to all my replay game, my chat replayers, thank you so much. Leave a comment in the comment section. How do you deal with those who play games? When you see those red flags, what do you do? Let me know in the comment section. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you all tomorrow on the next podcast of The Marlene Saunders Show, where we have real talk, real conversations, and you're welcome to it. I will see you all tomorrow.